Tekken Master. But other than that, it's going to be all about Tekken Master finding his way in, and we'll see what Theo can do. He knows this matchup a lot. He plays Perfect Legend a lot. He plays all the other Brainiacs a lot, and he knows what to do when he blocks a dive kick, and that is essential in this matchup.
True, and this is a tough spot. Now, surprisingly, the toughest spot in this matchup for Brainiac is actually getting out of 4-2-3 pressure. Now, his normals are not the fastest, but that never really matters too much, just because Brainiac is always in the air, he's always, pulling out trait, throwing out different options, but when he's actually trying to get out of this pressure, all he can do is jab. That is his only option.
Yep, and that is really his only mix-up as well with that down one and that dive kick. But getting opened up by that dive kick mounts some huge pressure, but Theo all over Tekken Master early on, gets the corner push, doesn't have to worry about wake-ups. Brainiac does not have one. He knows that. He's just going to pressure with 4-2 all day. He is bullying this man in the corner right now. Building a little bit of meter as well by ending it with a laser.
Yeah, very, very smart. Maximum meter gain is extremely important, especially for a character like Superman, where one bar can add 200 damage to your combo.
And there's that mix doing the instant dive kick right in front of his face, and Theo got caught blocking high and utilizing that down one into the technical strike, the hard knockdown. But Theo hasn't been opened up cleanly yet by a full combo, and there's that 4-2 versus the wake up.
Your power astounds.
Now you'll fear me.
Yeah, that wake up is not easy to stuff. We actually hear Tweety, another Superman player, talking about that all the time, how tough it is to get those frames, because it's invulnerable almost until the active frames of the attack. So that timing by Theo just shows his knowledge of the matchup.
And Tekken Master trying to get back in this match. He has 300 health left, and oh no! Tekken Master had the normal out, could have gotten a dive kick, could have got a full combo there. But he's barely chipping away at Theo's health. He hasn't got him in big combos yet. Tekken Master needs to get these big combos because Brainiac does have the big damage, especially when he has 2 bars. But the 4-2 into the breath. Tekken Master going down 1-0.
And that is another one of the real difficult parts of this matchup. So a lot of times what you see from Brainiacs is ending in that Dox drill. It's the one where he sends the drills forward, it's the hard knockdown, and you use that because it's the highest damage and the best knockdown you can get. But it's just barely unsafe. So only characters like Black Adam and Superman, who have these very far-reaching fast normals, can actually punish it. And we saw that work against him there, but we are now seeing again the switch to Atrocitus from Tekken Master, his classic character from the very beginning of the game, although we've seen him earlier showing that he has not forgotten a thing.
This was a marquee matchup at the beginning of the game. You saw Atrocitus players, they love using Dexstar to get in on the zoning with the Dexstar shield. And Tekken Master already off to a huge start, and a lot of Atrocitus players liked this matchup, but you haven't really seen it post-patch, and I'm glad we get to see it here. Tekken Master kind of going home.
Yeah, I mean, when you get into a situation like this and you really need to win, going with what you have the most experience with, what you're the most comfortable with, is a big deal. And nice dash punch to get past the shield. Now, Superman dash punch can actually work in that situation a lot. We've seen that from a lot of Superman players. The punch goes just a little bit past Superman's own hurt box.
Yeah, and that was matchup knowledge there by Theo, knowing that he wanted to come in with the shield and putting out that Superman punch, stopping the approach. But Tekken Master has stayed in this match. Really good push block, but walking right into a backhand to the face there by Tekken Master. Finds himself in the corner. Doesn't press the button after the trait cancel. Very smart by Tekken Master. And opens up with the 4-2-2. And Theo is going to go down here.
Going for the absolute easiest combo, making sure he doesn't drop that. Not getting that life bar would have been real trouble. And so Tekken Master doing very well. It's going to be tough for him to get any sort of damage when Superman's full screen against him, but at the very least, it's 1 life bar apiece. And
look at the active frames on that blood puddle. He fell into it and went for a ride.
Now, one thing that I'm surprised we're not seeing more of from Theo is just air lasers.
Time to die, Atrocitus.
Your rage makes you foolish.
These two really don't like each other, it seems, in that clash quote.
They definitely do not.
And Tekken Master getting the better of the trade off that wager. Tekken Master in a great position to try to tie us up here. One of these guys, unfortunately, will be getting sent home.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't believe this is loser's
I
bracket.
can feel your fury.
Not for long.
Theo getting close to evening up. 1 corner combo will actually be the kill. Oh, but
very good, not pressing a button on active frames. And the down 1 puddle, stopping the approach. It was so smart at the range he did it, because you can buffer the puddle at that distance and be safe if you just whiff a down 1. But if you catch the approach, full combo, baby.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it would have been relatively safe, but regardless, that was an incredible read by Tekken Master. We haven't seen him throw out too many down ones at that range, buffer in the puddle. He just knew at that point in time exactly what Theo was going to do.
And going for the old school mix-up off 4-2-2-3. Doing the 4-2-2 into the puddle. Very good back throw by Theo, putting him in the corner. And what a backdash on the meter burn that would have given Atrocitus plus frames, but there is a gap. Very good check by Theo. He just challenged him after that breath, putting the throw, keeping him with his back to the corner.
Now, we saw Theo throw out a bunch of down ones after that knockdown, and the reason is that down one, or any crouching normal actually, will go completely underneath Atrocitus' wake up, and then you can full combo punish it. So he just wanted to check him with any sort of normal that would keep him safe. Oh, that was, wow, I'm surprised that wasn't a punish. I feel like if Theo had swung a little bit earlier, that might have worked. That was not the setup that Tekken Master wanted to make the Dexstar summon safe.
Tekken Master holding on to the health lead. That was a scary situation when they were close, but Tekken Master able to build the space and have Dexstar out. And almost has Dexstar back already. He's holding on to 63 health. Any damage here is good damage, but coming in and taking the risk. I respect that with how little health he had. He had nothing to lose.
Right, and not only that, getting himself a little bit further out of the corner is always a safe option against Superman.
And he had all the resources. He had 4 bars at the time in order to do something. So that meter burn dash didn't really cost him too much looking forward. And he's building on a health lead now, doing all the chip. It all adds up. And keeping it safe with the meter burn cancel. And that's going to be a huge punish.
Submit to my anger.
Get off my planet.
Tekken Master shutting that down real quick. Going toe-to-toe with the meter.
Yeah, both betting 2 bars, neither really wanting to give up anything at this point. And that's surprising because both of these characters use meter to combo.
That was a scary situation. If Theo would have committed to 4-2-3, might have caught that backdash attempt by Tekken Master, but only went for the 4-2, and now he finds himself staring down Atrocitus and Dexstar. This man's getting double-teamed right now.
Dexstar, the strongest character in the game.
Plays the best footsies you will ever see in Injustice 2.
He's got great anti-airs, too. Have you ever seen him anti-air with the blood ball? It is amazing. Oh, that could have been a whiff punish, and it's so hard to whiff punish. I feel like a sweep may have been the better option right there, just to take the knockdown. Regardless, it's going to be huge damage. I don't know if it'll be enough to kill, but it'll be close, and it will! Theo taking Game 3. Very proud of himself.
Superman.
That was a hard-fought victory there by Theo, trying to ride this momentum. He wants to get further into this bracket. Tekken Master with his back to the wall now, being down 1-2. What's it going to be? Is he thinking someone else? Is he going to stick it out with Atrocitus? The world may never know. But we're going to find out here in a minute anyway.
We will, and that is the toughest thing about playing so many characters, especially when you play them all well. You really have to decide beforehand what character you want to use in what matchup, and then just commit. Because if you get into a situation where you're like, I could use Batman here, I could use Atrocitus here, I could use... You can't use Black Manta
He's
here.
thinking about Black Manta there?
Unfortunately, still not tournament legal. One of the coolest characters in the game. Of course, check him out. But, I mean, he's got Brainiac.
Best win pose in NRS history.
I'm going to think about that one, but offhand, I'm going to agree with you.
And we're going back into the matchup. We're going to the city of Atlantis. Speaking of Black Manta, we might see his appearance here in this match regardless.
Oh, yeah. One way or another, that man is going to make it in. But this is Theo's home. Atlantis has always been his level, and Aquaman was his character, so this is where he's going to feel comfortable. On top of that, the interactables are very good for power characters, so it's really going to come down a lot, I think, to who uses them better, who uses them first, and we're already seeing an unblockable throw from Tekken Master.
Oh, very good. Kind of baiting the approach with that 4-dash into the neutral jump, and then air dashing backwards into the air laser. That was very smart by Theo. And there have been some pretty risky calls on Dexstar from Tekken Master already, getting punished to start this round, and then calling out there, allowing Theo to get the approach.
Yeah, and look, Dexstar is already gone. He summoned him full screen, didn't manage to make really any space with him. And now even if he did land a combo, he's going to have to wait a little bit longer for him to get ready again.
And got snatched out of the air with that back 2 out of the air escape. That's 2 meters gone for nothing. Theo all over Tekken Master. He smells blood. He's a shark in the water right now, and he's going after it.
And we are seeing now Theo with a little bit of matchup knowledge himself. Now, even though Blood Puddle is a fast move, it cannot punish air lasers. For whatever reason, as soon as he lands, he is safe from air lasers, so he cannot fall into the puddle.
And what a down 1 going underneath the 4-2 it looked like from Theo. Trying to get back in this match now as Tekken Master. He has to take 200 health, and he has the corner position. Throwing the globe. It's not going to be enough, eating a laser. And any damage that Theo gets here just is going to allow him to get some momentum, but Tekken Master able to close that first bar of health. Theo, Tekken Master, 1 bar of health. That's what separates a winner from a loser right now.
It is. Oh, wow. Could have got the full conversion. Caught the backdash with forward 2, but used trait instead, expecting a block. And now Theo. Oh, this is going to be a huge combo. The clash will happen.
Angry.
You asked for it.
No matter what, Theo was going to get the better of that trade. Now Dexstar is going to go away. No Dexstar, no meter, and he has no way to stop these lasers. He doesn't have Dexstar to have his back to put out the shield. He's working his way in the old school way, just jumping and forward dashing in.
Which can work. Atrocitus' movement is good, but he's going to have to do it. And look how much damage has come from lasers. This
and another one that was
alone.
huge damage with the trade in the air. He's going to do it, Theo! Advancing on the loser side of the bracket. Tekken Master is going to be going home. Congratulations, Theo, with a huge